Me neither, girl. I don't know.
Freddie
He sounds like
Mercury?
he's cool.
Mercury.
Yes.
Yeah.
I meant Freddy Krueger. That's what I meant.
Oh, there you go.
Freddy Krueger.
I prefer Scary Terry.
So, how was everybody's weekend?
Ooh,
Mm.
boring. What did I even do this? I don't even know what I did.
I'm not allowed to tell my story of what I did this weekend. Great time
Well,
though.
you know, now all I want to know is what Caitlin did this weekend.
Because that's how it works.
A
I
lot
kind
of
of feel like Caitlin, you should stir it up and tell your story.
Mm.
It'll be fun.
I think I need to tell that story. All stories.
Do you want
It's
me
an
to hit?
explicit podcast.
Do you want me to hit pause? Click pause.
I just are we recording?
Yes.
We are
We're live.
officially live.
I just had a really good time and I danced a lot in my bathing suit on the lake and people were pouring drinks down my booty and it was great. It was a good time.
All right.
I don't need to go further than that. All I need to I misplaced my bathing suit somewhere in someone's condo. I don't want to talk about it.
I love it. And now it's framed on somebody's wall.
We need that bathing suit back, though. We need that back.
I hope not. I'm supposed to get that
But
back.
they're gonna make you pay them for your bathing suit. They're gonna like $100.
No. I need that back. I need to take it with me on a nice little vacay. I need that back.
That's fun.
Jason, how was your weekend?
Yeah, what'd you do?
My weekend was great. I record for Public Access America on Sundays. That was a great conversation. We started talking about polyamory and
Wow.
relationships and the lack of communication that causes the breakdown of them. And it was just a really great conversation that I did not know was going to happen. All I said is we should legalize or decriminalize sex workers. And all of a sudden, a whole new topic came up right in the middle of the 2 hours. So I couldn't split it either way.
Wow.
So, statistics say that countries where sex work is legal, the crime rate is very low.
I bet.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Everybody's getting some.
Everybody's getting some.
I feel like sex work, meh.
I don't know. I'm not a sex worker, so I don't think I'm allowed to have an exact opinion on it, but I'll gather them, you know what I mean?
I have a friend who is a sex worker. She was in the military and got out the military, and now she's a sex worker. And she looks like she's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The money's flowing in.
It would just keep everyone safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Healthcare and taxes, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, oh wait. So in the countries where sex work is legal, they get like benefits for their work.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
awesome.
didn't know that.
Imagine
That's
getting
actually really good.
12 weeks off paid leave, you know?
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
Imagine getting 6-month paid maternity leave.
Yeah. Jeez.
Maternity leave. Oh, I don't want to have a kid in America.
I don't want to have a kid, period.
Well,
You're pretty. I just don't want a kid.
There's that.
I don't want it.
Go ahead, Kate.
I just said I don't want a kid anytime soon.
Oh, definitely not anytime soon. That I will 100% agree with you on. As far as the not wanting one, period, I think I just don't want a kid in America.
Okay.
Because there's so
to be completely honest.
It's expensive.
It's too much work.
Extremely work. And then on top of that, there's just better education in different places. There's just better things are better.
It's just better.
Cheaper and it's better. And that's all it's just I saw a TikTok the other day of this lady who had her kid in, I think it was Canada or something. Like she had been living there for like a year and she had her kid there. And she paid $1,000 total, $50.
Wow.
And that was for the parking because her car was there for her entire stay.
Wow.
That's like 10 grand to have a baby, ain't it? Or like 30,000 or somewhere in between there. That's a big jump, but
Exactly. And all she paid for was the hospital parking. That's it.
That's amazing. It's a question I ask everybody that has a kid. I know why you have a kid, but why did you have a kid? I can't imagine sitting there going, I just want like an obligation for the rest of my life.
exactly. Jason, we're on the same page. Like, why would you do that?
Why would you do? I understand like honoring a commitment once it happens, but why would you sit
Yes.
down and like rationalize it?
Like, you know what?
Well,
Let's give up our lives.
They want to further their family. They want to be a parent. I mean, there's like beautiful things about it, right? Like you're shaping a life, and it's really cool, but
No,
it's
thank
also
you.
really expensive and really stressful. And
Aw, you make it
I'll
sound
pass.
nice though.
there's good and bad.
Nothing about that sounded nice.
Shaping a life, yeah. I don't know if a life would want me shaping it,
Exactly.
you know?
Like me shaping a life, not a good idea.
I'm kind of
Not a good
blunt. I'm
idea.
kind of direct, and I'm kind of sarcastic, and I don't know if a 2-year-old's going to pick up on it, and I'm not going to dumb
Yes,
myself
they
down,
will.
you know?
No, a 2-year-old is going to pick up on it. And not only will they pick up on it, they'll start acting just like you.
Maybe.
Yep.
Is
They're
that
smarter
hot?
than you think they are.
It might be hot. Why don't you check it and find out? I don't know.
And they'll know not to touch it anymore.
That's right. That's how I learned.
I
I asked my
listen,
mom if I could smoke once, and she was like, "Sure, but you have to suck it like a straw." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like 7, and I sucked that cigarette like a straw, threw up for 15 minutes, and didn't smoke for the next 25 years. You know?
Wow. That's
Mom.
interesting.
Yeah.
I had a kid, I promise you, I'm gonna get phone calls all day long from their teachers. Yeah, your child cursed again today in class. They told me to get fucked. They told the student next to them to shut the fuck up. And then I'm gonna be like, listen, it's my fault, but it is what it is.
That is what it is.
I feel like my child would be super sassy, all the attitude and the neck rolling. That's gonna be my child. And I don't have time because see the way my attitude is set up, I can't have a mini me like the way me and my mother work. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. Like, could you imagine being in a room with yourself? That's annoying. That's so annoying. That's why me and my mother can't stand each other.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And then she has the nerve to be like, "Where do you get that from?"
I love that. I love when you're exhibiting a trait that very clearly came from them. They're like, "What? I don't understand why you're like this."
Yeah. Yeah.
And they refuse to admit that they're the reason. They will not admit that.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. There's good and bad with having a life, creating a life. And the good has to outweigh the bad for you. That's all it is.
Somebody told me they did it for unconditional love, and I was like, when has that ever happened in a child's life? Like, they grow up, and at a certain point, they hate you for about 20 years, but then they come back around, I think,
I feel like the average
if you
hates their parent for only like a couple years, the average person, because usually once you get out of the house, you
that's when you start liking each other again.
Yeah. Get over it.
I mean, it depends on the situation. It depends on how you handled that child when they were in that stage where they hated you. Because I've been out of I haven't been living with my mother since I was like 19, but I haven't been living with my dad since I was 25. And all three of us went through a stage where we hated each other.
Yeah.
But for some reason, me and my mom still are, excuse me, Mr. Train. Anyway, he's rude. He's so rude. Anyway, we're still going, me and my mother, we're still having that struggle. It's like, I think at this point, it's just a power struggle now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because there's a point too, as a parent, where you need to realize that, yes, this is your child, but they're also a grown-ass person that can make their own decisions and has their own opinions, and you don't get to run that anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
My mother is having the hardest time learning that. My dad, a long time ago, he was like, all right, you're grown. And we're good. We're cool. But me and my mom, she just can't seem to get that through her head.
Yeah, because that's the part that will, spoil a parent-child
It
relationship.
will
I'm not a
rotten.
child anymore, and you're still trying to treat me like a child. That's
Mhm.
everything.
Exactly.
It's kind of like the trainer trainee mentality. At a certain point, the trainer is teaching the trainee what it already knows. And
Mhm.
so that they have to stop, but they just don't think you're not ready yet. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, your mom should know by now, Brittany, because you're fierce.
Okay. 2 snaps in a circle.
And I feel so lucky because I have 83 nieces and nephews. So
What?
anytime I want to like be a part of a child's life, I can just like reach out and teach a kid a bad habit. You know what I mean? That's who I am. My nephew walked around thinking toilet was the funniest joke. He would just tell everybody toilet, and you had to laugh, or he'd keep saying it until you did.
Oh my god.
Wow. So wait, we're not gonna just speed past that. 83?
Yeah, I was married to the cutest little Filipino girl, you know what I mean? And so 1,500 relatives, 83 is like
What?
actually an undercount.
What?
Wow.
Oh my God.
And I love
That
them
is a
all.
lot.
Yeah.
That's great though.
I wish I knew, like, my immediate family. I have like 12 aunts and uncles, like on my dad's side and my mom's side combined.
Mhm.
And so on my dad's side alone, we counted recently, and there's like cousin wise, there's about 12, 13 of us or something like that.
Wow.
Mhm.
And that's including the last one of my grandma's children just had a kid. The one that I was making a blanket for.
Mhm.
So she made 13, and it's like, wow, there's that many of us, and it's been a long time since we've all been together, but I want to get like a picture of all of us together because I don't know what.
Yeah.
And then on my mom's side, I have less cousins because I don't know, I guess not as many people had kids. I like on my dad's side, I think everybody has a kid now, and one of them has 3. So but
So how do you handle all the gifts? That's my issue with 83 nieces and nephews. How do I get them all a gift for their birthday?
You don't.
You know,
You don't. Somebody's not getting something.
Right.
my family is big and we do not know. No.
We don't do birthdays really. Like we do birthdays, like parties and stuff, but
Right.
birthday gifts are not the biggest deal. Like it's like if I see something that I think you're gonna like and your birthday's coming up, cool. But
Yeah.
if I'm going to your party and I realize I forgot to bring a gift, whatever. Like birthdays aren't that big a deal. The big deal for us is Christmas. Like everybody is doing something for Christmas because it's
Okay.
but birthdays are kind of like if you get a call, if you're not having a party and you get a call that's happy birthday, you should be happy.
Right.
Birthdays we celebrate.
I'm horrible when it comes to gifts.
Yeah,
we don't do it in my family. Even like me and my siblings, we don't. I'm one of 4. We don't even give each other gifts for shit. No.
Yeah, we don't.
Mm.
It's not important to us at all.
My parents buy me and my brother a gift, but my brother and I, we don't buy each other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, whatever. I don't even think I called him on his birthday. His birthday is March 30th. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Sorry, Ken.
he's the brother. he needs to step up. Come on, Ken.
Yeah. We're not gonna get into my brother right now. Like, that'll be a whole nother show. We're not gonna do that.
Now that's all I want to talk about. Why is that me today?
If you ask me, I have diagnosed him myself. I guess that's a self-diagnosis. Not really.
I do the same shit. Brittany diagnose everybody.
He's a psychopath. You know how there's a narcissist, and then once you go past a certain point on the spectrum, you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
That would be him.
And then there's psychopaths. They're different.
Crazy. He cray, and I stay far away.
Yeah.
But speaking of family, I want to know, how did you guys? Well, Shy, you've been blind all your life, but how did you guys' family react to like you losing your sight?
Well, you guys all go first, and then I'll be last because mine is probably less interesting.
Wow. My mom was an amputee, so she was just like, you can still walk, right? So that was
Oh, I
nothing.
forgot about that. Yeah.
That was just nothing. My sister was like, "Oh, I love you even more now," so she clinged to me a lot more and helped me a lot.
Hmm.
And I had friends that thought my best friend thought it was contagious, so he wouldn't
Oh
be
Oh
God.
in the
God.
same room, the same vehicle as me, you know. So
Wow.
How do your nieces and nephews, the
they
83 of
love it.
them?
They
Mm.
love it. What can you see? How close can you see? And they'll come as close to me as I can and just show me, anything. They'll draw on the concrete big and say, "Can you see that?" And yeah, they love it. Whenever we go out
Oh.
into public to a fest or something, they're always right around me, making sure that I have what I need. And I
Hmm.
don't know if that's the Filipino culture or if it's just kids.
It's kids.
Yeah.
It was
It
great.
happens too. All my friends' kids love it. They want to color a picture and they want to show me every detail and talk about it and show me their
Hmm.
toys. Um, and it's because, like their parents or like other adults, they don't give a shit. They're like, cool. But they know that like this is my opportunity to explain, like talk, and someone's gonna
Right.
listen because I get to give them details, and they wanna
Yeah.
help. They wanna tell you what
Right.
they're giving you. They want to share with you. They want to, yeah, they love it. Kids love it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad though, because like my nieces and nephews, um, like my god kids, they'll be like, yeah, this and this, and then it does this. Like one time my niece walked up to me, it was like she didn't realize I was blind yet. Because
Mm.
remember, I was sighted at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went blind, she was like, I want to say like 6, 7, somewhere in there. And she handed me something and she was like, look, isn't it cool? And I was like, what
Yeah.
is it? What is it? And she was like, what do you mean, what is it? Like, I swear that was like very awkward for me because it was the first time I had to explain to her that I could not see
Right.
anymore. And she was like, what? What do you mean? Like, she just, now they're just like, oh, okay, hey.
Yeah.
And they like to walk, they like to play with my cane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids love my cane too. I don't understand it.
They
Like,
want to
is
play
that
with
what
everything but the toys.
I would say? But to be fair, grown ass adult men like to play with my cane as well when they're out at the bar. They love that shit.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yes,
it's not,
see?
it's
Your
not a
cane is
toy,
your
y'all.
wingman. Your cane picks up dudes for you.
So
Yeah.
No, like I'm their wing woman because they're like, I get to like the dudes will like hop up out of nowhere and be like, I'll take you to the bar. Let me go grab you a drink from the bar. So they'll like, if we're outside or something, and they'll walk.
Mhm.
I get to hold their arm, and they're like, I'm the
Yeah.
man. Like they're walking the
Right.
girl to the bar, and I'm like, you guys are ridiculous, but they love it. They eat that shit up,
Mm-hmm.
Like let me
Yeah.
pull your chair out for you. And it's funny because it's like they don't do that shit to anybody, any other girl, just me, because they want to look like that.
I like that. I eat that shit up. Like, yes,
They,
take me to the
Yeah.
bar.
love it. It's so funny.
I call that white knight syndrome. The man that has to save the woman,
Mhm.
Yeah. See, I don't know, but I feel like I don't know. See, I feel like that's where you teeter totter the line of fetish because a lot of men, like I noticed my cane, like when I was sighted, I didn't attract as much men as I do now
Mm.
because they see the cane, and I don't know what I don't know. I guess it's a power thing in their mind. They're like, she needs me. I don't know what that
Right.
is.
Right. They want to save you from your life. You're the damsel in distress. And they're like, I get to be the hero and do so little. Like, I don't even have to look. I
Exactly.
don't even have to look good. I don't have to work out,
That's
I
the
can,
first thing they say.
yeah.
Mhm.
I
Wow.
don't
The
know.
first thing they say is
like
like, you don't even know I'm ugly. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yes.
Especially
it,
now
it
that you told me.
Yeah.
it has like shown me with guys though, because they'll like if a guy is coming to even like my friends, right? They'll come pick me up from my door because they think I like need the extra help, and I don't. But
Mhm.
it does show me like, okay, so y'all know how to be a gentleman.
Yeah.
Y'all
Right.
just
Y'all just
choose
don't want
not
to.
to. You
Mhm.
only do
Mhm.
it because like yeah, and I think like okay, I know my friends are genuine about it, especially like the guys in my life. They are genuine about it. They really do care. They want to help, whatever.
Right.
And if I let like if someone wants to have their 3 minutes of fame to walk me to the bathroom or something, I'm like, okay, I'll let them have it because other people want to feel good too.
Yeah.
But there
Mhm.
is a certain boundary. Like, don't think that this is like something like a opportunity for you to get away with shit. Don't use me because you're trying to make another girl jealous. Don't
Right.
like be like I'm very aware of when guys are doing it for the wrong reason versus
You
doing
can
it
feel
because
it.
they
Yeah.
genuine-
The energy.
You
The
can tell.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, you can very much tell.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I know people that know me, they love me. Like they love me, loyally love me. But people that don't know me, they don't quite get me and they don't like me. You know, they don't know how to take me, you know, because of my tone and my disability. And you put like sarcasm and a disability together and suddenly
And this
people they just don't know what to
clash.
Oh,
It don't go right.
same.
It don't go
Same.
together.
Why is he acting like he doesn't need my help? He needs my help. Obviously, he needs my help. Like, no, I don't need your help.
Clearly,
I've
I
been in this
don't.
apartment for 3 years. I'm not bumping into anything. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, the bathroom is the biggest thing. If we're out, you need to ask me, like, do you need to go? You know, because I
Right.
don't know where that bathroom is. I'll find my way back eventually, but I don't know how to get there.
Eventually.
Yeah.
So
See,
for
my friends are
me,
good about my friends are good about that. Like every time we're at a restaurant or whatever, they're like, I'm going to the bathroom. Do you need to go now? Do you want me to take you after? Like, what do you like? They always recognize it.
Yeah.
But some restaurants, especially because I live across the street from, like, I know a lot of the restaurants across the street. Like, I could walk around that, but you know, I know.
exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. Like a lot
like,
of the places I go to repeatedly, so I know where it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But when I do need help, like, I'm not really scared to ask. But I do know, like, that's another thing. Like some of my friends, like guy friends, they're like, I'm not really trying to walk you. I'll grab a girl for you. You know what I mean? Like they think that because they're like, do I wait out? So they get weird about it. So like, do I wait outside for you? And I'm like,
Awkward.
no, I just need to know where the fuck it's at. Like, just look for me when I come. Pay attention.
I didn't ask you to come in and change my tampon. God.
Right. Like
Right.
they think they like, I need them all inside the bathroom with me. And I'm like, no, just help me find the door. I got everything else. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I think I could just tell the difference between genuine and then let me be the hero. I had my very best friend growing up. I'm not friends with her anymore because when I went blind, as much as she came around for me, she was doing it for the wrong reasons. She was using it to be the hero. She wanted to feel like she just used it so bad and it would piss me off. Like it made me mad. And like I would flip out on her. And like she would use it where like she'd be talking to a guy and then she would be like, oh yeah, my best friend's blind. I have to take care of her every day. And like I spend
girl.
Like when I found all this shit out and some of the shit that she would do, like taking me to doctor's appointments and stuff, like it was out of control. And I was like, you're not the hero, bitch. Like you should be wanting to do this because I'm your friend. Yeah, and like you should not be eating it up. Like you should not go above and beyond. And then you're making me look like I'm pathetic and I'm a loser and I can't do anything without you.
Right.
Like that. And like I had to cut her off all the way. It pissed me off so much.
But even worse than that, the problem is there's this balance. Like I do for you, you do for me. But when somebody makes that, they do stuff for you, but won't allow you to do things for them, it feels unbalanced. And like suddenly I can't catch up and I'm never going to be what you are to me. And that means you're just doing it for the wrong reasons to me. You're not giving me a chance to catch up and keep it balanced. And that's what messes me up.
It just bothers me that like you're making me look like I can't do, like in public or in front of people I don't fucking know. You're making me look like I'm a loser. I can't do anything by myself. I'm incapable. I'm not independent. And that's the part because like not only do like people already automatically think that about visually impaired people, but now you're like saying it. And like that's embarrassing. It's rude. And it's like it's not even correct. It's not right.
It's not even the situation to be doing that in. If it's a sinking ship and you need to get me on a life raft, yes, tell people I'm blind. But if we're just walking down aisles in the store not looking for anything special, you don't need to shout it, you know?
Right.
Sorry.
But Jason, going back to what you said about the bathroom in the restaurants, and you say you'll find where they are eventually when you get out of the bathroom. I just yell. I'm like, hey, where is that? Okay,
that's so funny.
I wish they would make the signs pink and blue though, because for me, I can find the bathroom, but I don't know which door it is. I'm looking for the little triangle dress on
Yes, that's what
and
I look
so,
for.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I gotta get
I'm the
so
W.
close. And when the women walk out of the bathroom and your eye is against that sign, against the door, they're like,
They're like,
all
sir?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I wanted to talk about my bathroom thing recently. Joe has been encouraging me to use sometimes there's like the
family
single.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
What? And I had never thought to do that before, but we were in Disney and I guess he saw it and was like, hey, why don't you just do that?
And
Yeah.
nobody
I
stands
was
in
like,
the line for the family
wow.
bathroom.
Yeah. I was like, this is but I felt
The
weird because I
family
was like, what
bathroom
if
is always
somebody,
open.
yeah, I was like, what if somebody in a wheelchair shows up or like someone with a stroller or something? But then I was
You're
like,
disabled.
yeah, I know. And he's like, well, like you're allowed to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're right. So now that's what I do if they have one and no one's in it.
My dad
That's
started
cool.
doing that when we always drive to New York for like Christmas and Thanksgiving because that's where my family is. So every holiday we drive up, and so we stop. The turnpike has all the rest areas like
Yeah.
at every exit.
Yeah.
So like we'll stop at a rest area, and like the line will be super long, especially during the holidays. Everybody's traveling, the line is super long, and the
Mhm.
family bathroom there it is in all its glory. Nobody in line.
Yep.
I try right on over there. I'm like I'll be right back. Everybody just be looking, and I'm like, it says family bathroom. Like y'all know y'all can use this bathroom, right? But I ain't gonna say nothing though, because it makes it good for me though. So
Yeah. I don't know why I never thought to do that before until he pointed it out while we were in Disney, and now it's like my favorite thing to do because I don't have to worry about the stall
finding a stall. Yep.
and whatever.
Yeah,
It's just
especially some of those dark, like the bathrooms are dark. Everything's like the black,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and then the
The
stalls are
fancy
black.
restaurant.
Everything blends in, and I'm like, I can't even find the sink. I can't find the paper towels. I can't like. It's annoying, but at the same time, like I'm kind of like I get that because I literally have been lost in a bathroom before. I was so fucking confused. And I know it was like a single stall bathroom, but it was women's. And I was very confused. And I know I was in there longer than I needed to be because I couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
And, but I also know like one of my friends, actually it was my best friend that passed away from cancer, but she used to like, because I was like, we could get one of the handicap stickers. We could park up front because like a lot of the shops and stuff around here, the parking lot is ridiculous. It's just packed. And she was like, Caitlin, you do not need one of those. Let's leave those spots open for people that seriously need them. And I was like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because I'm very like I exercise. I walk to and from like that's true. I shouldn't overuse my the things that are like. You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't abuse that.
That's how I feel about the bus. When the seats in the front are for people, the handicap seating or disabled seating.
Yeah.
I always sit one row behind that because I feel like then somebody gets on the bus with a wheelchair and I don't. My eyes are broken, not my legs.
Right.
I can easily get up and walk my fat ass to the back of the bus. It's all right.
Right. I think it's just like
not people. People will literally get upset with me.
Yeah,
if
like
I don't sit in the front in a disabled seating, they're like, "No, your area's up here." I'm like, "What is this, Jim Crow?"
Right.
I can't sit back here with you guys. Like they literally get upset. I don't want to sit in the handicap seating. Relax.
I don't know if I could ever tell a Black woman anywhere she needed to sit on a bus ever.
Well, the people that are saying this to me are also Black, so I guess there's that.
All right.
Oh wow, that's so interesting. But yeah, family restrooms are now my favorite thing. Thanks.
I've never seen one before.
I don't know.
And it's always clean.
Yeah, it is because nobody
they don't use it.
It's always cleaner than the normal bathrooms.
That doesn't mean raw dog decito, but I'm just saying.
No. I did say cleaner. I said
yes, cleaner.
That's so funny.
We're not about to be there just touching everything and whatnot. It ain't that clean, but yeah.
Definitely have walked out of the bathroom without drying my hands because I couldn't find the paper towel rack or like.
Yeah.
And I'm so frustrated about it too.
I've told. I'll just shake my hands. I'm like whatever.
You know what really irritates me?
What?
Oh shit!
Look at your camera
I'm
go.
sorry, guys.
They call you
It cut me off to tell me that my battery is low.
rude.
Really? Anyway. But yeah, what really grinds my gears is like the trash can. Why is like they'll put the trash can all the way back by the toilet. So if I want to throw this paper towel away, I'm one of those clean freaks where I use the paper towel to open the door.
Yeah.
So now I have to walk all the way over there to throw it away. So now I have my foot in the door trying to reach to the toilet.
Yeah.
To keep the door open.
I just take the paper towel with me and throw it away outside because I'm gonna pass a trash can somewhere.
You know, that's actually really smart.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like under the sink, or sometimes it is by the door, and then sometimes, like Brittany said, like it's back by the. I'm not sitting here looking for the damn. I'm already annoyed that I had to look for the towels for 3 years.
Yes.
I'm not looking for the damn trash can.
No.
Just tell me how to turn the sink on. I don't know.
Yes.
Where the
Yes.
fuck my hand
irritates
is
me.
Yeah. I'll
Like you put your hand under there and you're waving your hands all wild and crazy.
Yeah. For nothing. And
Yeah.
then somebody walks in and I look like an idiot.
Or
Do
they
people
have the
ever
soap
just, like-
dispensers.
I don't
What?
know.
She said the
Or
soap.
finding a soap dispenser, like, 'cause sometimes they put them like right beside the faucet, or
Sometimes on
they
the
put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm over here. Or sometimes they put it on the mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you
And
guys ever notice when people are like staring at you in the bathroom, watching
Yes.
you trying to
Yes.
figure it all out?
One
I
is-
love
Yes,
that.
and it's like,
That's
bitch, say
my favorite.
something.
I'm always like, they're like, and they don't say shit.
No, they just
They
watch.
They just watch you struggle.
It's so
They
strange.
watch you like look for the paper towels or something. They just watch you do it.
I swear, the last time I walked into a bathroom with stalls, there was this lady. I don't know. I guess she was waiting for her friend or something. At first, I thought she was waiting for a stall. So I stood there and waited with her. And she's like, oh, no, there's empty ones. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I went to go look for one, and I was like poking the doors to see if they're locked or not, because that's what I do. And if it opens, I go in. And she's like watching me. I can feel her.
Yes.
And I go in the stall and I come out and she's still there. I don't know what her friend was doing.
Right.
She's still there, and I can feel her watching me go to the sink and watching me wash my. It's like she was waiting for me to fuck up or something. I don't know, but she was like staring at me the whole time.
I think my dad explained it to me this way. He was like, people stare. He was like, because they're trying to figure out how you do it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, but like, don't be like weird about it. Just like say something. Like, hey, are you like, do you need any help? Or like, if they see you like looking for, the soap, they could just be like, it's on the left.
Yeah.
It's not like, just say something. We know you're literally watching us. We understand that you're watching.
I turned around and I was like,
we know you're taking damn notes. You're probably taking a video of me. I don't care.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
don't just stand there and not say shit. It's weird. It's weird.
Oh, speaking of video, I have a story. But Shai, you were saying something.
oh, I was gonna say when I was leaving, like, I did not bother looking for the paper towel. Didn't feel like it, so I just started shaking my hands, and then I turned around and I said, "Have a good day."
It absolutely terrifies them when you speak to them.
Yeah.
I know,
She probably
I
thought
love
you
it.
didn't think.
It's so
She probably
fun.
thought that you thought she wasn't there anymore.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
But
that
now,
is cool.
That's
So,
funny.
speaking
If
of
you
being
stand
video-
still, we can't see you.
like they really think that they're like, if I stand super still, they won't know I'm here because they can't hear me. Like, bitch, I know you're here.
I want to start
Stop
that
it.
rumor. Yeah, if you stand still, I totally can't see you.
Right. But now, okay, so story about being video recorded. Okay, so when I was in training or whatever, one day it was hot outside, so I had on a dress. And in true Britney fashion, it was a very nice dress. So it was a short bodycon dress, a tank top dress or whatever.
Mhm.
And I just had on tennis shoes with it because I was walking all day for travel or whatever. And so I'm walking up to the corner and this guy's getting off the bus. And I'm walking to the bus stop and he's getting off the bus, walking from the bus stop, right? And we're passing each other. So I see he had something, he was holding his phone. Like people walking looking at their phones.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get past him and he's like behind me, he spins around real quick and he's like, God damn, She blind as shit, but her ass fat as shit. How the fuck that work? She blind as shit. How the fuck she got an ass that fat? And I was like, and he's on Snapchat. He's recording me. So
What?
I just turned around and I looked. I just turned around and I gave him the meanest eye roll. And I was like, and then like he turned around and he started posting it on his Snapchat story. And I was like,
why do people, what? Really?
I don't know what the logic was. He was like, she blind as shit. Her ass fat as shit. What the fuck? He was like so amazed. I was like, am I not a human being who grows body parts?
I
Just
don't
like anybody else.
I don't understand anything about that. Number one, what makes number one, okay, let me go through my thought process right now, you guys.
Okay.
Get on my
number one.
Do it.
Number 5. I always start with number 5.
Why do you think it's okay to film a stranger?
Right.
No, that has nothing to do with anything that it was Brittany. Why do you think it's cool to film a complete and total stranger that is just walking past you? Number 2, why you yelling? Like,
I swear he was so hyped.
Right.
I was like, so I guess he thinks I can't hear him.
Yes, like if you're gonna record a stranger, why you gotta
be on the low about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't act like a kid that just had too much sugar.
That's like, no, I feel like he wouldn't have done that. Like, think it was just like, if it was like someone that wasn't blind that was walking by.
Exactly.
Like,
he would have never did that.
He wouldn't have done any of that shit.
None of it.
But he thought because like Brittany's blind, she has a cane, she's either not going to say shit, she's not going to do shit. She's just going to ignore it.
I don't even know.
I feel like that's their thought process.
That brings me to number 3. What do my eyes have to do with me having a fat ass?
I don't absolutely nothing.
True.
What is the correlation between my eyes not working? I'm not allowed to have an ass. Eyes don't. I don't get that. Doesn't compute.
And apparently, also because your eyes don't work, you're not allowed to be able to walk anywhere. You're not allowed to be able to grab things or cook. There's so many things you're not supposed to be able to do because your eyes don't work.
And those things, I'm like, that's just ignorance. But the fact that you think I'm not allowed to have a body because my eyes don't work, that's not ignorance. That's stupidity. That doesn't make any sense.
It's just straight stupid. That's just dumb.
I don't.
Yeah, they like I've had guys. Huh?
Maybe he thought it was funny. Like,
yeah, like he thought it was so amazing, and I was like, he didn't realize how dumb he sounded. But I've had several guys walk past me like, damn, she too pretty for that. She's too pretty to be blind. Or, oh my God, I never seen a blind girl with that much body. Like,
and you're never gonna get it if you with comments like that, by the way.
No, they was never gonna get a period.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole blind people are not supposed to be pretty thing. That doesn't make.
I don't get it either.
Has never made sense to me. But that's a very.
So what's number 1?
Oh, I only had 3.
Oh, then I'll add one. Why isn't ignorance a disability?
It needs to be. Yeah. It needs to be.
I saw a guy.
You know what? It'd be so many people taking over, like so many people taking advantage of the government. Like, well, I'm ignorant.
Right.
I should be.
I'm not going to storm it anymore. I'm just going to make it. Yeah. There was a guy on Twitter, and he was like, I would never date anybody with any sort of illness. And I was like, blindness is a spectrum, just like the ignorance you're using. But if you're going to judge me for what I can see, I'm going to judge you for what you can't. And he was like, oh, I'm really sorry. He's like, you should take me to those blind hoes. And I was like, do your own work. What? You know what I mean?
That is what? First of all, that's just what? There's so many things wrong with that statement.
Yeah. Like I'm the pimp now. I was like, no.
Right.
Okay, and I wasn't about to say, hey, I got a great show with some beautiful women, inspirations beyond disabilities. I was like, do your own work.
Don't bring that rhetoric up. Don't bring that. Don't bring him over home.
Go fuck off. That's what I say.
So that brings me to 2 things. So there's this one lady I follow on TikTok. I love her. She's Black. I forgot her name on TikTok, but she talks about she does a lot of stitches where she's like, white people stitch this, and then like white people, what is it that you want to ask Black people that, you know what I'm saying? It's a safe space or whatever. So like she had just came out. Wait, let me finish. She had just came out as bisexual.
Yeah.
Right. so everybody's like, "Oh, great, we just heard you came out," you know. And then so somebody, she was like, she had a friend that she came out to, and the friend automatically was like, "Oh, so does that mean you want me now?" She's like, "No, you're not my type." She was like, "Just because I'm gay
Wow.
doesn't mean I want you." So
Right.
she's like going on a rant, and she's like, "That doesn't mean I want you." Da, da, da. And at the end, I was with her until we got to the very end of the rant. Swear, like she said this, and then it cut off. She was like, I'm bi, not blind. And I said, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? So I
Yeah.
commented and I was like, just because I'm blind doesn't mean I don't have standards.
Right.
Right. And then
Yeah.
my boyfriend put in her Q&A, he put that same thing. He was like, what, because we're blind, we don't have standards? She immediately deleted his question,
Wow.
but she didn't delete my comment though. So I had people commenting back because everybody was in the comments like, oh, that's so funny. That should be a phrase on a t-shirt. I'm bi, not blind. Ha ha ha. So
Yeah.
I started commenting and I was like, just because I'm blind doesn't mean I don't have standards. And like
Right.
a lot of people were like, oh shit, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Like I didn't think about that. And like one person actually was like, this is the first time because I've done something like this on somebody else's comments, and the whole entire comment section started getting on me, and I was like, okay, whatever. But
Right.
this particular comment section, everybody was like, oh shit, like they actually were like, thank you for bringing that to our attention. And the
Yeah.
one lady that she was like, should I delete my comment or should I leave it here to help bring awareness? I was like, leave it, and they
Yeah.
left it. It's still there. Like people still like that comment to this day.
Yeah.
Brittany, send that video to me. I'm gonna stitch the video. I would say I won't.
I was gonna stitch it. But
I'm gonna
honestly,
stitch.
I forgot.
I'm
I'll
going
send
to
it to
stitch
you.
it.
I'm gonna stitch it and then I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
But I forgot I was gonna stitch it like last week, but I don't know.
I'm
I
stitching.
don't know.
I'm
You
stitching.
so- That's so interesting. I feel the problem with, I'm going to go back to what Jason said with the ignorance being a disability, which is hilarious.
Mhm.
But the thing is we're all ignorant about something.
Exactly.
It's
Right.
like everybody would be disabled
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
we're all ignorant about something.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, people say some stupid crap on the
Yeah.
internet.
See,
Yeah.
this is my thing about the ignorance though. Okay, like we're all ignorant about something, right? But another story is this dude on TikTok, King something. He's very light skinned, tall, slender, gay boy. You can tell he's a younger generation.
Mhm.
Especially, I feel like if nobody understands this, the LGBTQAI community should understand us the most because we damn near go through the same thing, right? As far as making traction and getting respect and you know what I'm saying for the
Yeah.
things that we do and stuff like that. So he made a comment about Helen Keller. Y'all know it boils my grits.
I know, I hate it.
So I commented and I was like, "That's ableist."
Yeah.
I was like, "It's also not true." I was like, "I am blind." Y'all know they attack me in the comments, right? So this is my thing, what I'm saying about ignorance. I took the time to understand you and your community, and
Right.
you want to be understood. So why are you giving me pushback? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Wait,
Like
what
people
did you
want you to
say?
understand their struggle, but they don't want to understand yours.
Yeah.
What did
Mhm.
you say in the video?
What did he say? He was talking about something else, and he was like, kind of like Helen Keller, like that can't be real. Like the bitch is blonde and deaf and did this and that. I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
The
And then he
same
kept
old
talking
thing.
about something else. Like everybody says the same. It's like a trend to say that specific line in your video. So
Right.
now when I see it, and they say the same words verbatim,
Mm-hmm.
when I see it, I comment. I make sure I comment and say, "Hey, not true,"
Hmm.
and just keep it moving. But
Yeah.
this particular person got mad because I said something. And I was like, how you gonna give me pushback? Imagine how you feel when people are like, gay is weird, transgender is weird, it shouldn't be legal, you can't get married. Y'all don't like that, right?
Yeah, it's the same. It's just
So
it's
why would you do it to another community?
a level of discrimination, but it's
Exactly.
Do you know that there's two letters in LGBTQIA that have two meanings, the T and the A? And the T is for transsexual,
Ass and titties.
transgender, and the A is for asexual or ally.
Mhm.
So I'm and I think they don't like the fact that I'm part of their community because I'm an ally.
Mhm.
So I think the important thing is to explain the intersectionality of everything, that
Mhm.
the BLM movement needs to know that we're struggling with them, that we're part of it, just like the LGBT community needs to know that we are a part of it and we struggle with them. And I don't know. I don't know if anybody has struggled more than disabled people, because we were some of the first people. You know what I mean? And what did they do to us back in the day? I hate to even imagine. So
It's
we all struggle and we all should be supporting each other, but some people need to know that, like, you're a part of them before you're included. Like I could never get a hold of the women's march and say, hey, I'd like to promote you. They don't want that from me. They don't want me, a man, being part of their growth.
I would love a man to be a part of the growth, because maybe you can go tell the other men to stop being stupid.
you know.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I saw a meme or whatever on Facebook. I guess it wasn't a meme, but it said something like, why can drug addicts get Narcan for free, but diabetics can't get insulin for cheaper money or something?
Yeah.
And then, well, I saw another thing where it like crossed part of it out and was like, something like, it doesn't matter what the issue is or something. It was like, why can't we all just, like, it's not like your issue is bigger than, like, the diabetic issue isn't bigger than the drug addict issue, or vice versa. Why does it matter what the issue is, as long as it's a fucking issue? We're not in competition with each other.
Right. That's the point.
So, like, I thought, but like, I see, like, I low key see both sides of that.
Yeah.
Like, drug addicts are, it is a disease, and it lives within you forever, right? It doesn't just matter to go away, whether you're sober or healed or not, right? And they are giving Narcan for people, for drug addicts it's a lifestyle, it's a life choice at some point, if that makes sense. And diabetes, you don't have a choice, like you have diabetes, for the most part. For the most, type 1 at least.
I have a choice, you don't.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I understand like where that side is coming from, but at the same time, it is like, why does it matter if my issue is more important than yours? As like, we both have issues. Why are we not helping each other out? You know what I mean?
Me first. I mean, I don't know if people understand BLM stopping police violence helps everybody, not just Black people. Like, better police helps me, right? And so why would I not support police reform? I don't want to get beat on, and I've been picked on. I was poor in a rich community. I was picked on a lot by the police,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, if at the end of the
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Just it's just one. Jason, you said I get that. However, you happen to be the correct skin color, so you might get roughed up, but they're not gonna kill you. I don't.
They didn't.
Exactly. That's my point. Your chances are far. It don't matter where you are. They're not aiming for you.
They're all looking for someone to pick on. Rich communities are looking for poorer people. Poorer people are being told that other poor people are the problem. We're all looking for somebody to just not like.
Yeah. At the end,
the only people who seem to make it is the rich people for some reason. So
yes, but I will always admit that if it's me and a Black person, I know
they're not going for you.
I'm gonna get better treatment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but that also gives me the ability to be the bigger dick in protecting them. If we're together, then definitely I will try and draw the police's attention so that they know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
I feel like that would be kind of like me thinking in my mind, like putting myself in a white person, and not trying to be rude, but shoes. Like me and my boyfriend had this conversation like a couple of weeks ago. Like we was talking about the George Floyd thing, and the girl who got it on tape. She was saying that she felt guilty, and she's been in therapy because she felt like she should have done more. And we were discussing what was it that she could have done. And I was like, because that looked like a pretty stubborn, hard-headed cop.
Yeah.
If she had interfered, it would have got worse for George. Even though it couldn't have got any worse.
The thing with that is like these cops, they know they're being fucking filmed. You saw the video. Like there were multiple people standing around like stop, like screaming at him, videotaping them, and they didn't, it doesn't stop them. Like that's just what it is. If they want to hurt you, they're gonna hurt you.
Exactly. Like, and I feel like the fact that people are trying to intervene is gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I feel like what happened in that situation, obviously not in that man's mind, but I feel like he was being told, his authority was being questioned. He was being told by other people who are not in uniform that what he was doing was wrong, which just made him buckle down with his decision even more and made him stubborn. And he was like, no, you're nothing. Why are you going to tell me that what I'm doing is wrong? Obviously, I'm making the right decision. I'm in the uniform. I have the power here. And it created this stubborn wall of like nothing any of these people are going to say is going to change that.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's what happened.
Not to mention that he got pulled out of the car because of his anxiety and claustrophobia. So it always hurts me that his disability led to that. You know what I mean? There wasn't enough awareness about that. You know, where they were trying to shove him was about 3 sizes too small for the man's body, just to begin with, you know?
Wow.
Just a whole mess.
A whole mess.
But I wondered to myself, if there was 15, 20 people there, why they just didn't all... You never think the guy's going to die. That's the problem. Like, you're not going to attack a cop thinking that the guy's going to die. You don't think he's going to die until he's...
You don't attack a cop because you're not trying to get shot.
Right. Like
I would rather be one guy that got shot out of 5 people that got the cop off of him. You know, but that's me. Like, I've never been shot, so until I am, I don't know if I'll be scared of it.
There's assaulting police. There's so many things.
Give me the ticket. Give me the ticket for being that good guy. You know, if I get to prove myself, I'll do it.
No, here's the thing though, Jason. How many other cops were there and they all got charged too, and they should get charged? Like that, it would have been a shit show if people attacked the cops. Yeah, like they have weapons, they will kill you.
Exactly. I think that's why everybody was like, we're not gonna attack them. All I can do is yell and scream.
Continue.
Because if I try and do something, well, maybe this is me thinking from a Black woman's perspective.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be on the floor with you. Like it's either one of us got to make it.
Right.
One of us got to make it to tell the story. Somebody's got to make it.
I'm glad she filmed that. I am so happy she filmed that.
I mean, that's what, because otherwise it would have been words. That's it. You know, it wouldn't have been compelling enough. But what I was gonna say is there's also probably that mentality with those people where it's like, if I jump in, I'm gonna be the one on the floor. Also, who do we call? When you call 911, the police showed up. The police are the ones that are causing the problem. So who do you call now? You know what I mean?
It would have caused a riot. It would have been a shit show.
Y'all got to watch Gandhi. It's in masses that things. Yes, like people get hurt, but when you do it in masses, it changes things.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
Like don't throw things at the cops. Just stand there silently, because I'll tell you that scares the shit out of them more than getting hit with a Coke can. You know?
Really?
Yeah, I guarantee that. They have a helmet on. That Coke can doesn't affect them. But you standing there silent, not giving them any reason, but knowing that at any moment you could, that freaks them out.
So you guys know I always have a story about. I really need him to start. My boyfriend. He needs to start his own channel because he's been through so many things in his life, especially the things he's gone through as a blind individual is absurd. And where he lives in Louisiana, the cops love picking on Black men. I can't count. There's so many stories he's told me about being picked on by the cops, unnecessarily for no reason, just because he's Black. And he was like, there was one day he was there. Him and his ex were going to the store. This was like years ago when he was like 19, 20. And the cops stopped him and started harassing him just because. And they were upset because they were trying to provoke him, but he wouldn't give them a reason. So they stood there for like an hour trying to provoke him, trying to get him to do something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then they had a reason to put hands on
Yes.
or call back or
Yes.
whatever, take you in, whatever. They were,
Yeah.
They literally had he wasn't the one driving because he's blind. He can't drive. But they came to the window to harass him.
The object in the South is to give every black person a felony so they can't vote.
Oh, I never thought about it that way.
No. So either they get to beat the shit out of you and give you a felony, or they get to
But
kill
he still
you.
voted. He definitely voted for Joe. So
Good for him. I hope Joe does something for him someday soon.
Well, I said he still voted because at one point in his life, those cops did finally charge him with a felony. So that's what I'm saying. He still voted.
Awesome.
It may have delayed him a couple years, but he's able to vote again. So
we love that.
I do.
Do we have anybody in the comments, Jason?
Oh, so many people in the comments.
Yay!
Let's see who's there. Daisy's here. Hi, Daisy.
Girl,
Daisy.
she in there.
She had a great time on our live last night.
Marine is in there.
She's hilarious.
Marina, hi.
That name sounds familiar.
Rennie is there. Wait. Rena.
Blind people problems.
Yeah. Rena. We got Ezric is here.
Oh, hey.
Yo.
Yeah. And Charisse.
Charisse.
Hello.
With us.
And honestly, Leah. Leah
is here. Hey, girl.
Oh, hey.
We got our whole crew here.
Okay. Thank you for somebody finally saying her name because my phone said it so wrong and I tried to spell it out, but y'all know I'm slow.
Yeah.
I tried to go character by character. I was like, how do you say her name? Leah. That's
why I didn't mention anybody sooner. I've been trying to figure out how should I say that.
Hey, Leah, girl, I finally got your name right. Love you.
Yeah.
I watch her content all the time.
She's great.
I love that.
She has a podcast, you guys.
No way.
I didn't know that.
It's a solo cast. It's called Honestly Leah. And she just, talks about her thoughts and takes you on her train of thought with her.
Is it on Spotify?
It's on Apple Podcasts for sure, because that's where I listen to it. I think it's also on Spotify. And it's just so nice. She has such a relaxing voice.
Let's go rate and review her today.
We should. Actually, yeah. Rate and review Leah. Honestly, Leah, you guys.
And Kai just came out with a new episode on Unsubscribed after a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I miss her face. I miss her.
Yeah.
Tell her to quit her job and come back.
I was on the Low Vision Guys podcast. He posted it yesterday, I think.
I was too a couple weeks ago.
I don't think I subscribed to his. I saw it, but I don't remember if I subscribed to his podcast.
He's good. It was good. I told him all of the things that I have never told anybody. So there's
snap,
so
guys,
he gets the stories.
What?
Okay. So I'm going to wrap up just by saying on Twitter at Public Access Pod, I have a tweet. And so the Ways and Means Subcommittee oversees Social Security and Disability. And so what I did was I got all of their Twitter handles, all of the members. And then under that, I tweeted their addresses or their email and phone numbers. So if you want to change anything, try and find your representative on that tweet and call them, because they need to know your stories and your struggles, and just me shouting into Twitter doesn't do much. But it's pinned to the top of our page. So if you want to check that out and maybe spend your days just randomly calling politicians to give them shit because they're not doing enough for your disability, their phone numbers are right there for you.
Awesome.
We should probably link that on our page, on our Instagram page. We should put a link to with that link.
We'll I'll add the Twitter, the public access Twitter, and then I'll take a screenshot of that tweet and post it on the IBD.
Oh, I love
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
Love it.
It's been real.
Are we wrapping up?
I believe so.
Yes.
Can I talk about my contest that I'm still?
Oh yes! How can we forget?
Well, tomorrow is the last day to vote for this week to get me in the top 10 for the Maxim magazine cover contest. And this is the longest contest I've ever been in my life. It's so long. I don't know why they're doing it this way, but I guess because there's so many people. So I feel like this is going to go at least till the end of the month. I feel like it's going to honestly probably go into June. It wouldn't surprise me. So if you guys want to vote for me, the link is in my Instagram and TikTok bio. I would appreciate it. And I'll just keep updating everyone as we go.
One more thing. My birthday's this month, May the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't forget me. I put my Cash App and I put my Amazon wish list in my TikTok bio. No pressure.
I love it. You have an Amazon wish list. Before we went on air, Caitlin and I were talking about that. Her tripod broke, and I was like, "Well, just put it on your wish list like Sadie does." And she's like, "I don't have a wish list." And I was
Listen,
like,
I wish I was like Sadie.
"Yeah,
I'm gonna make one.
she gets some cool stuff, but I don't know if I
She
could.
does.
I don't know if I could accept stuff from strangers like that. So that's
I
where I'm
can.
at. Yeah.
I would.
Brittany, I can.
I would have
I can.
Brittany's like, my Cash App is in there. Everything's in there. Don't forget.
and I'll send thank you cards if you guys send me stuff. I have a box of thank you cards. I'll write a message.
Aw,
I
now
love
I want to
that.
send you something now just to get a.
Leah says the link to her podcast is in her TikTok bio.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Honestly, Leah.
Honestly, Leah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Me too.
But yeah, I believe that's the show, you guys.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thanks,
Love you
everyone.
guys.
Thank you so much for watching and hanging